Hey, you know, coming out for my walk tonight, I should have brought my harmonica. I could be playing train songs. Oh my God, I'm totally going to come back here and catch this. This is great. This is like that Magritte, the Magritte painting, where there's a lamppost in front of the house, and then like at night, it's like lit up, but then in the daytime it's dark. It's kind of like that. So, yeah. I'm CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm at the Red River, and across the Red River is beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. God, this is scenic. Hey, I'm going to walk, look at the same stuff that I look at pretty frequently. Probably talk about the same stuff that I talk about pretty frequently. Then I got to come back and I got to end this video before I leave here so I can kind of catch it. I don't know. I think where I was standing was perfect. Uh, I don't know. I just feel like it's cool. I guess cool. I like lampposts and stuff like that. But the it was the picture. It's the house, and then there's like a light coming through one of the windows, and then there's a lamppost or something that's kind of shining a light down on a certain spot or something like that. They used it as inspiration for the Exorcist movie poster in 1973. So. Uh, that's how actually I first heard about it. But yeah, it was great. It was like, oh my God. I also at that time, uh, when I first learned about that, I also learned about Hieronymus Bosch, which was kind of like he did that great paneling of you know uh, the creation, uh, the the fall of man, and then the I don't know. The final paneling, it's like, oh my God, it's all these devils and demons gnashing their teeth on uh, uh, the humans that have fallen from grace. So it's, uh, yeah, it was weird. So I think I don't want, when I go around looking for art for the walls, because I got where I know what I'm gonna do with it. I know where I'm gonna position it and everything. I had the form. Now I've just got to think about the content. Now I've got some of the content, but what I really don't want is I don't want anything that's like extreme or provocative or anything like that. Oh, this is kind of cool too. The lights kind of coming back around on the water like that. That is beautiful. I'm gonna get a photo of this too. I don't know what I'll do with it. But if I could get a really good shot, uh, maybe it wouldn't be bad to have this in a glossy, that shot there, and put it in a small frame. Some things maybe, how like my apartment, if you see me do videos about it, I've got it set up. That large room, I've got it broken up into sections. Uh, so what I want to do is I would want to like have a section that's appropriate for the dining area, and a section that's appropriate for the living room area, and then one that's a section that's near the kitchen and stuff. But I want the furnishings or the decor. I want it to kind of reflect it, but also kind of blend in and tie. So you know what I mean. I'm very fond of like when you step from one area of a home, uh, anyone's home, there should be some sort of there should be a sense of continuity. And I'm not a big decorator, but I've got this OCDness, and it's like I just know that I would not be content if my stuff was jacked up. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a good angle. Now I feel like maybe this is a little bit too far, but in order to get the, I may have to cheat this a little bit. Maybe just for the sake of, if I turn the camera like that, why the hell not? This is going to be a wide shot. And then I'm going to come Maybe I don't have to be as far back. What am I doing? Okay. I was like, something happened. My screen got dark. Nope, I actually just pushed my shades back on my face. So if I would walk where I would walk instead of, I'm out here just trying to think of something. Okay, so there's a tree in the way here. Not such a bad deal, but I don't like it. This is not so bad. I don't mind there being a tree here. So yeah, I could do this. I could do a picture right here. And I kind of want these Mardi Gras lights. So I'm going to do this in the next couple of days. And then what I'll do is I'll just save it until I can get around to getting them printed up. I'll get this. I'll do a couple of shots of some of the lights downtown because I love them so much. It's really kind of cool. And then I do LED around the apartment, and I want to do some more LED lights than what I have right now. I've got like a few lamps with some LED bulbs. But yeah, I just kind of want more of that effect for right now. But I feel like getting, you know, strings of LED or more LED bulbs or something like. I mean, I feel right now it would be cheesy because I feel it's not quite a thing with it. But uh, I feel like an homage to maybe the city of Shreveport because I have those windows that give me a good view of the city. Although I don't really get to see what I miss from that view, is where I used to be able to look out. And I had a tiny little window in my bedroom, and I had uh, two tiny windows in the living room of my old apartment at the Fairmont, which I moved out of a couple of years ago. And it's like, or a year and a half ago, really, it hadn't been that long. But the one good thing that I liked about it was being able to look out of my side of the building. And I'll get some of this. I'll get, this would be a good shot. You know, not that I really want to like, ooh, you know, and then I want to maybe kind of, maybe take a stroll as I'm coming over, find out where a good angle is because these lights lit up coming down Market Street. So I'm thinking of maybe not the entire apartment, but there's a certain wall that I feel like it would be really neat to have a display of some of the LED lighted fixtures that we have down here. And then if I'm out, if I'm doing what I'm doing, you know, this spring when I go to visit my friend in outside of Kansas City, maybe I'll get a chance to get some photos at night of some of the LED lights that go on around over there, you know, just from, you know, from a distance. And like I said, you know, shining through the trees here, just get a few of them. And maybe the secret is you don't take every single photo, or I'm talking about me. It's an editorial you. Maybe when you have a little theme like this, you don't necessarily have to put every single photo up from every different angle. Take a few of them, have them put up, have them framed, but then have them ready to go, but also have them ready to rotate so that when you get tired of looking at the same stuff, you can switch it out and get some new perspectives. I've also got some photos that I've been hanging on to from my family. They're family albums, and some of these things go back to, this is cool, this is pretty, you know, and I like it. I like nighttime. I feel like these things look better at nighttime. To be honest with you, I'm going to be awake mostly at nighttime. In the daytime, there's a lot of natural light, so a nighttime glossy of some of this stuff would, yeah, I'd have to back up from here. I'm a little too close. I want to get the Holiday Inn also. I have no idea, by the way, if I'm still allowed to go back in that Holiday Inn. A very long story, which is not really, I'm not gonna tell that here, or really probably ever. But hey, uh, everybody's got things that they wish they could undo. Okay. That's kind of kick-ass. So these are shots that I know that I can get. Uh, and you know what's cool about this? Because it's a digital, if I get it, if I get a shot and the shot's a little bit too dark, uh, that's what um, the editing apps are for, to slightly lighten it or to crisp it up or something, but yeah, uh, I don't know. I hardly ever use a filter uh, when I'm doing like a face pick or something like that to share with someone. This is kind of cool too. Different little angles and stuff. That's my thing. So that's kind of cool. That's you got all this beautiful stuff. Uh, and I love my city, and I want to homage it. And it would be nice to start a little collection, a personal little collection, and then as the cityscape changes, because there are a lot. I was talking about this, texting with my friend in Parkville, Missouri. I was texting with them about some of our plans. He has a bridge uh, in Parkville, and the same architect who built that bridge built a bridge in North Shreveport. And as far as we know, those are the only two bridges by that architect which have a similar uh, dimensions. I would say, to be honest with you, uh, for scale, because his in Parkville, the one near him, but I walked over it, and it's lit, it's LED lit and everything like that. It's kind of cool. I think it is. It's lighted, so uh, uh, with colored lights. I guess the thing is, I don't know. My recollection is that it's lit. I'll have to go back in my YouTube videos, but I think it was lit. Look, from back here, there's some blue. Hell yeah, maybe this is where I need to come get. It's enough distance, and I don't want to zoom in. If I were to zoom in, I wish it were a lamppost, and I wish these roses lit. I definitely don't want to get. Maybe I'll just do this. Nope. I'll just come above it. I am particular. This kick-ass. Kick-ass. Okay, I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember these shots because I've got to come out and do some of them. God, I'm so excited. You never know I did not know when I came out that I was going to be talking about the pictures that I want to take. But I come out here and look at this stuff so frequently. I love it down here. It's so nice and peaceful. Sometimes when I'm down here and I'm walking around and I'm talking, maybe I will run into somebody as they're walking and everything like that. And we walk on by and we give our nods and say hello, and then we just go about our business. It's very nice and tranquil. Serenity, tranquility, those are the things that I get from being down here. Somehow even the train seems quieter when I'm here. Okay, so and look at I would say look at, but we're fixing to walk on it because I'm going to come over here. How far do I want to go? The ground is still wet from the rain, so I don't know that I want to really just, but I guess I'll have to. Brave the wet grass, don't let me sink. Okay, over here I can sort of cheat this. I can walk on this little thing here. I'm so glad that see there's a stone thing here holding the levels in place because it's kind of the ground kind of steps up, yeah, this hill. So I'm kind of glad that it does that because I get to step on less of the grass. So I'm going to explore this area and find out some photos. You know, I love this. I think downtown Riverwalk, I'm going to make like a little small private collection of it. I know it's not very creative, but now see, it is flooding down here. There's a little bit of a flood down here. That happens with the heavy rain, and it sometimes pulls and collects. Screw it, I'm walking through it. It's shallow. I will dust my feet off before I go home. I will probably step in dirt before I get home anyway. Sometimes when it rains real heavy, this will kind of pull down here, and I see that it's kind of done that, but it wasn't so bad that it hasn't mostly gone away. Yeah, it's okay. I'll be able to. Okay, cool. Sometimes there's in a real heavy rain. We had rain for about 4 or 5 days, something like that. But before that, we had that snow, which for us was only like one night of snow, uh, one night and some of the next day or whatever. I don't, you know, but it wasn't really snow. It was more like freezing rain, sleet, and slow, kind of all mixed up or whatever, whatever. And it was just like ice or whatever. But you see where this kind of pit is, it kind of pools and will create a little puddle. And when that happens, especially around going into the end of winter, into the early springtime, and things like that happen, uh, then we'll uh, uh, get ducks. Ducks will come there. So it's like, yay. And birds and things like that. So I can come down here and watch them. I had all sorts of video of birds just making themselves at home here in front of the stage on my old Facebook channel, but I didn't save any of those. And yeah, to be honest with you, I was closing out my Facebook account. Uh, I was feeling. I had a feeling that it had been compromised. I wasn't sure, but yeah, I closed it down. And maybe about a month and a half after I closed it down, if that, it was like, hey, I'm going off of Facebook, you know, whatever. And I didn't even really announce it because I felt like that's kind of uh, in retrospect, I wish I would have announced it. I think I maybe talked about as I was transitioning to YouTube. I talked about this experience, but I wish that I had talked a little bit about, hey, I'm going to close down my YouTube and I'm going to change platforms, you know, because what I'm doing is more, you know, Facebook used to be all about text and it made sense, and you really couldn't do longer videos like this on YouTube, and now you can, and blah, blah, blah. And what I'm doing is more visual now, as well as I still write, but what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, more of my content is visual. So it made sense to me to you know, finally just go ahead and do YouTube. And in doing so, I don't know, I've had the same Facebook account for like, I don't know, like 11 or 12 years or something by that point. And it was like, you know, it's really kind of time to really switch it up and do something different. And I gave up like thousands of subscribers, followers they called them, or friends or whatever. I don't know. Uh, I mean, I do love people, and I love people that I communicate with. Even though this is a monologue rather than a dialogue, I do comment back when I get comments, and you know, and I want to create a positive experience even though this is mostly about my experience in life, and it's mostly about my love of my town. What can I get up here? Yeah, it's interesting, but sometimes I think less is more. I don't know. You know what's really cool? And they do this on a yearly basis, around the holidays and stuff. They come out here and do the Christmas lights, and it's really kick ass, those Christmas lights. But it would be neat if we did some Easter stuff too. But so I kind of want to homage uh, my city. What the hell? We have some beautiful things, and in doing that, you know, uh, I don't know. Maybe we can attract a little more tourist business. I really think the strength of any town, regardless, is a good center. If it's a little uh, small little unincorporated community that you live in, if you have a main street, just or just you have a four corners with a little corner store, and that's where everybody for miles comes to go. Well, then you've got a spot that's happening, and people will want to go there because it's that focal point is very strong. And so I feel that having a strong central focal point for any geographic location, it's wonderful. This is kick-ass. I love these lights, love these colors and stuff. But I have a lot of thoughts and views. Not everybody's in agreement with it. That's cool. It doesn't matter. I will say that a person should be able to find pride in the place that they call home. If not, they should find a way to try to make it a prideful situation. Then again, if that prideful situation for a certain time of that life is not working, this is almost like, hey, got to do it like this. But it's almost more effective like this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, I'm digressing. Like when you do a painting or a drawing, and sometimes it's better to not necessarily have all the lines connect to draw an eye. And maybe every single point of the eye that you're drawing does not have to does not have to connect, does not have to be a solid line. Because that's kind of how we perceive things, as we look at things. Especially the further off and the lower the resolution and the further off, not everything's a crisp, solid line. So, I don't know how I got on that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. If a person is someplace and they feel like they can make it a little bit more suitable, a little bit more prideful for them, great. And if they can't reconcile themselves with their surrounding, you know, don't be afraid to shake things up. And if you can, with some fair amount of idea, if not planning, then at least a good solid idea of what to do and what to explore and everything like that. Don't be afraid to make a geographic change if you feel that it's for the best. I have. And when I came back, I found out that, yeah, at the time, those geographic changes were for the best for me, because what it did was it gave me time away. And then when I was able to really come back and really get settled, and some of the time I wasn't like gone, like geographically, sometimes I was just gone, like from reality. But to be honest with you, but when I came back, it kind of gave me a sense of appreciation and looking at my home city, my hometown with some with a fresh perspective. Sometimes that's needed too. Sometimes you don't have to move away for a couple of years, sometimes maybe you can just do like normal people do, like I do now, although I'm not exactly what you call normal, but I take vacations when I get a little, ooh, hey, I then a little stale, feel a little cabin feverish, a little lorn for some adventure, whatever. I'll save a few tokens together, uh, and oh, that's badass. That would have been a kick-ass shot. Let me come up here and catch. Right now, I'll be able to do that because I-20. They're doing work on I-20. There's not supposed to be 18-wheelers going on I-20. Of course, they do. They're still going on I-20 even though they're not supposed to. But on the other side of that river, going away from Bossier City, when they bust you and give you a massive ticket for driving 18 wheels on a road that is closed to 18-wheelers right now because of the construction, this moon looks badass. If it would get a little bit higher, I actually am gonna catch this. I'm gonna let it get just a touch higher in the sky. But when they give them that ticket, they'll find out. But anyway, yeah, no, take little vacations, you know, save some coins, put them together, take vacations. Um, can you imagine me giving an inspirational talk? I'm so like all over the place. I never really stay on point like I should, but I do always come back to it. So this one would require, yeah. Okay. I love you guys. Peace, love, my little two fingers. God bless. Good night. Love and light.